At an average cost of $2.46 a litre, Australians are drinking more bottled water than ever before. Given that for most of us, World Health quality water is available from our taps at just 2 cents a litre, it says a lot about the power of advertising. What you may not know is that it takes 400,000 barrels of oil to produce the plastic containers for the 4,080 million litres of bottled water we consume each year, and 7 litres of water is used in the manufacturing process for each 1 litre bottle. While bottled water certainly has its place, it's a good example of a largely unnecessary consumer product that not only uses resources on a massive scale, it is also a major source of litter and household waste. Australians are amongst the world's top producers of household waste, with an increasing population, continued prosperity, and a real need to reduce our reliance on landfill. We need to change the way we think about managing our waste. And the best way to manage waste is not to create it in the first place. We will always be under pressure from manufacturers to try new products. There's nothing wrong with that, but it is important that we only buy what we need. And when we do make our purchases, it's also worth asking if the packaging is going to increase the amount of waste we create. Often, the packaging is there to attract our attention or to make it easier for the retailer. Does a light globe really need to be sold in a blister pack? Can vegetables go into a shopping bag without individual plastic bags to separate them? Over the course of a year, an average family will generate more than 1 tonne of waste, but we could reduce this considerably. Our aim should always be to create the minimum amount of material possible for landfill and make sure that our recycling is effective. It does take an effort, but it's worth it. You may be surprised at what it's possible to achieve. These soft drink bottles are certainly recycling material, but remember to take the caps off to help the recycling process. A half-full tin of paint, maybe someone else can use it, or it could be stored for later. As a last resort, it can be taken to a hazardous waste collection point. Green waste is reusable. It can either be mulched or composted and put back into your garden, or kept for your next curbside green waste collection. Plastic bags can be kept out of landfill quite simply by shopping with reusable bags. It's the same story with water bottles. They're recyclable, but unfortunately, most end up in landfill. You can save a lot of money by using your own drinking bottles and filtered tap water. Newspapers, junk mail, and old envelopes can all be recycled, but make sure that they go loosely into the bin and not tied in a bundle. Keep electronic waste out of landfill. Take it to an electronic waste collection point, or if your council collects it, watch out for your next curbside collection. It's also important to keep dry cell batteries out of landfill, as some types can leak toxic materials. It's best to take them along to a household hazardous waste drop-off facility, or better still, purchase rechargeable batteries, and you'll save money too. Many cleaning chemicals and most pesticides are hazardous. While empty containers can be rinsed and placed in your recycling bin, residue should either be used up or taken to a hazardous waste collection point. Take care not to contaminate your recycling materials with food waste, as it can result in the entire bin going to landfill. Not a good result. Why not set up a worm farm to turn your food scraps into a rich, natural fertilizer for your plants? You can compost them as well. There are a range of options from building your own compost bin to the very effective tumbler types. There are even benchtop bokashi buckets that are ideal for small apartments. And if you can't use the compost yourself, you can give it to a friend or neighbour. As you can see, by following a few simple rules and being selective with the products that you buy, it isn't difficult to reduce the amount of waste you send to landfill. And you can help ensure that your recycling is more effective too. If you're ever unsure about how to deal with your household waste, talk to your local council. They're always happy to help. It's in all our interests to make sure that we reduce, reuse, and recycle. Our community and the planet depends on it.